Take 2 tracks and call us in the morning. It's the Spin Doctors. We are back. Welcome to another episode of the podcast. Welcome to you all. I assume, an entire family sitting in a living room surrounding a big box radio with my voice crackling warmly out of it. And you're all huddled, there's a fire in the corner. The dog is listening. He's got headphones on. He's got little doggy headphones listening to the sound of the Spin Doctors pouring like warm maple syrup through the air right into your little ear canals, which are like really the pancakes of the head. And what better to put on a pancake than warm, airy maple syrup? And that's what I want you to be experiencing on this episode. I want you to feel like you are floating down a river of syrup, just lazily. It's like a non-Newtonian fluid, so I don't think you can sink into it. I think you'd hit it and then just kind of lay on top of it. So I don't even think you need to bring one of those floaty rings. You just kind of slide down. So the flavor of this episode is warm maple. And let me introduce the butter that's gonna make this pancake nice and slippery. The co-host with the mo-host. We're back on this one. It's Nickelodeon Melodian.
Oh boy, here we go. Oh god. Yeah, syrup, ear canals. I don't know. I've never liked ear canal. There's a weird.
You don't like ear canals?
I don't like the word ear canal. There's something
What's wrong with
weird
the ear
there.
canal?
I mean, it's fine, but
canals are nice. Venice is full of them.
That's the thing. I always for some reason pictured gondolas going into my ears, and some Italian guy singing,
and just it reverberating around in your ear the entire time. Be the most echoey cave ever. Wow. That's quite a sight. Our guest kind of reminds me of a gondola man. He's got that very a gondolaman. Just you look very clean and you got this nice facial symmetry hair.
Yeah, and I look like I wear a red vest and fucking and boat people around.
Yeah. You look like you got pipes.
Yeah, that plus you have that big giant long stick in your hand that you use to propel your chair.
A fucking oar?
Oh, God, and it's just fucking people are finger banging and shit, and I'm just
yes,
rowing down
the real tunnel of love, motherfucker.
God damn.
It's we're in the Venetian in Las Vegas. This is not romantic at all.
This is a great job. People fuck all the time. It's nice.
That's his voice. He's already here. Let's bring to the show our guest for this week. Comedian, photographer, amazing, awesome person. It's Nick Larson, everybody.
Hey-o, what's up, you guys? So, in this scenario of pancakes, are you the actual pancake, Nick is the butter, and am I the syrup in this equation?
No, I'm the syrup.
Oh, you're the syrup.
Nick's the butter. You can be the berries and the cream.
The berries, okay.
Who's the pancake? What's the pancake then?
I'll be I'll be the whipped cream. There you go.
Yeah, you can be the whipped cream. Perfect.
I am the whipped cream. Okay, I like that shit.
We're gonna have to call you whipped cream and call Nick butter because it's gonna be hard to separate two Nicks on one show.
I mean, you could just stick with gondola guy, I guess. What say you, gondola man?
What's funny
about this
is in 5th grade, 6th grade, when I lived in Colorado, one of my really good friends' name was, no joke, Nick Larson. So when Nick told me that you're guesting, I thought this was this is your life kind of episode where it's and you remember your best friend from 6th grade and his parents smoked in the house all day? Well, here he is, Nick Larson.
That's so funny. So, you know what? Because we were talking about that before the show. Is have you ever gone on Facebook and looked up your name and see how many people have the same fucking name as you? There's 1,000 Nick Larsons. I'm okay, I am unoriginal. This is not cool.
It's not a super it feels like it's not super uncommon. Nick is a very common classic name, and then Larson is pretty it's not like Smith, it's not as common as that, but you hear a lot of Larsons.
You do, and when I'm watching movies and I see the credits, I'm oh, there's a Larson right there. There's another Larson, like a fucking dork. I'm oh my god, he's got the same last name as me. That's crazy. There's fucking millions of them out there.
Yeah.
But I started I don't know if I started. I think somebody started a group with a bunch of Nick Larson's in it, and we were just kind of like talking and like
hell
figuring out
yeah.
who does what. Like, what's your life about? Nick Larson. And it was
awesome.
weird.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, you're very much more handsome, Nick Larson. I don't remove from the group.
Yeah, you don't belong here. I heard they just
you're
had
too
like
successful.
a battle of the Joshes. Like they did
I
that
saw
kind of
that,
thing.
yeah.
They put a big banner, or not a banner, but a big call out for every Josh, and all the Joshes could come to this park, and they had like almost a LARP like fight.
Yeah, it's very LARP.
What
thing.
the fuck?
lot
And
of
some
like
little
noodles
kid
out
won.
there.
It's like the one with Jet Li. Like,
Yeah,
you
exactly,
keep defeating him and you get more power.
The Josh. Yeah, that
Every
little kid
Josh
who
that
won at
falls,
the
he
end,
gets
he's
the
just standing on
power.
top of them all. He's got like these big Popeye arms. He's just like, whoa.
Kid, wait, what are these? A
amazing.
bunch of middle schoolers? Like, what happened?
I mean, they're Joshes, so probably.
They're Joshes. They're all.
They're all preteens. If you're a Josh, you're a
yeah.
preteen.
Yeah, at some point you evolve into a real name.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh my god.
Wow, that's
I
crazy.
looked up
Yeah.
to see who had my same name, and there's another Rick Storer who is he runs the Gay Leather Museum.
Nice.
That's
You're like,
all
man.
I
in
don't know
another
how to
life.
phrase it, but like that's what he's like a gay leather daddy, and he's got like
Stop
a
referring to
YouTube
yourself
channel.
in a different type of person. It's just you. Come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah,
in
yeah,
another
it's-
life. Yeah, you have a separate Facebook account. Fucking shut up.
Yeah, okay. I'm just trying to to plug it a little bit. I want people to come to my
Yeah.
museum.
You're like, wait a minute. Why does this guy look exactly like you? This is a little odd.
Just without a beard. It's like it's two
Yeah.
completely different people.
Yeah, no, you're wearing a wig.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like
I'm wearing a
long
wig
hair
that
and
has
leather.
a bald cap on the bottom to hide my beard.
Yeah. You're like, that's hot.
What about you, like Nick Malizia? Do you have any other? Are there any other Malizias?
Yeah, there's other Nick Malizias. And they
Really?
seem like they have.
I've never
there's
heard that
one-
last name. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
That there's more of them.
I was one day at the bank, like last year or 2 years ago or something, and the teller like looked at my name. He's like, "Oh, are you like related to John?" I was like, "Who's John?" I was like, "I don't know, John." It's like
Yeah.
John Malizia. He lives like 45 minutes from here. I was like, "There's another Malizia in this town that's not associated with me." But I digress. Nick Malizias online, multiple of them. I remember one of them's like in a military. Seems like he's somewhat together. And then another one,
PTSD?
he's like a
Yeah.
he's the other guy, other Nick, the fake Nick. He's like a big like businessman. He looks like he's like an architect or some type of like
A
corporate
big businessman.
Yeah.
Come
It's like,
on
I'm
up from
sorry.
Texas to sell some
Yeah.
big business.
That's crazy. Malizia, is that Italian?
Yes, it is.
That's what I thought. See, because when I hear the last name, I think of people who don't know how to speak Italian, and they're trying to just like fake it. Hey, Malizia.
I'll take the spaghetti Malizia,
So
please.
spaghetti Malizia, por favor. Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
Extra
That's dope.
gabagool.
Yeah. I
It's
actually
always
came
weird.
out of my mom in a gondola, so that's,
There you go. See, we must be related. Or I
That's
stole
where
your
we
job.
were.
That's what I did.
we were in that gondola together, man. I forgot
Yeah,
about
you
that.
quit your job. You're like, Malizia quit his job. He was like, I have better things to do. And I was like, hey, I need a job. I'll fucking ride a
Yeah.
gondola. Let's do this.
I look good in red.
Yeah. But you could also sell weed on it and just call it a gondola.
Oh my god.
Oh.
That's like a whole industry. Does Amsterdam have that yet?
You fucking deliver by a little canoe.
Oh, dude, that is
Your gondola.
dope. And then like it's like opera, but like here is your weed.
Yeah.
Yeah, they keep coughing in the middle, like, oh,
You're going to get very high.
You know they're there because you just hear the gondola crash into your house. You're like, the guy's here.
He's also high.
You just hear
don't
like,
drink
"Ah,
and drive, smoke and boat.
Yeah, he's fucking landstruck. He can't get out. He's like, can you give me a push?
I can't figure it out. It's a me.
It's a Mario. It's a
They also
gondola
have
guy.
these mushrooms for you.
He's a gondola guy. Wow.
I don't trust his brother though.
No. Which one? The cousin? Is it?
Oh yeah, I think it's his cousin, Wario. I think it's more his
Waluigi.
cousin.
Oh, I thought you were
Or-
throwing shade at Luigi. I was like, what did he do? He's been in a haunted mansion by himself.
I know that
fighting
poor
ghosts.
guy. Jesus Christ,
Just
Guy got
sucking all
one
these
game.
ghosts.
the terror.
That game like bypassed me. I never played any of the Luigi's Mansion games.
Oh man, they're great.
Are they good?
They're fucking so fun. Yeah,
Damn.
and actually haven't played the third one, but I just
There's a
I'm a
third
nerd
one?
and I'm always
There's
on
a second
YouTube and I
one?
watch
Yeah.
people talking about it. But the third one is
Interesting.
apparently it's fucking fire. So
Oh wow.
Oh,
gotta
wow.
play it. Hmm
I just beat Super Metroid for the first time.
Oh shit, you were
Yeah.
in old school.
Yeah. The Switch. This is the segment of the podcast called Gamer Talk.
Gamer, which is actually a reoccurring segment on this podcast for some reason.
That's what you get when you hang out with a bunch of nerds all the damn time. The Switch has a virtual console for the Super Nintendo, so there's like 20 or 30
Oh,
games
nice.
on there. So yeah, I'm gonna go old school, man. I think I'm gonna start streaming some Super Mario World or something.
That's dope, man. Yeah,
Ooh.
I do everything on my computer. I have all the emulators on my computer, so I play them there.
Yeah. I had one of those for a while that worked pretty good, and then the program like stopped being updated.
What?
Yeah, and so it
So
just
it just
wouldn't
stopped
work with anything
working?
anymore. Yeah,
You're like, wait a minute, it was working before. Why is it not working
I think it
anymore?
was when I
because you're
upgraded
not.
to Windows 10 or something. It was like,
Oh,
it does
shit.
not compute.
Yeah, all mine are they're working just fine. I downloaded Super Metroid. I played it for about 5 minutes, and I was like, okay, that's good. I downloaded it. Because I mean, I had it's the Dolphin emulator. Have you ever heard of that?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, so you can play N64 and GameCube games. So I just been playing fucking Metroid Prime and
Oh, man.
Echoes.
Nice.
Oh, I want to play that game so bad.
Dude, it's so dope.
They got
That's
Diddy
one of
Kong
my favorite
Racing.
games. Diddy Kong Racing. Holy shit! Yeah.
Honestly,
I
a
used to
better
play
game
that
than
all the
Mario
time.
Kart.
Oh, a game
You think
that's
so?
gotten
Right now.
so many
Well,
more
I mean-
sequels. I love Diddy Kong.
I mean, to be honest, I think when you're playing Mario Kart and then they do like the little parachute thing when you go off of jumps, they stole that from Diddy Kong Racing.
Oh, yeah.
big time.
100%.
That's what the industry does, man. They just steal from each other. Don't credit anybody. Nick, are you wearing a onesie?
No, it kind of looks like it, huh? No, I'm
Yeah.
just cozy mode today.
Okay,
Got sweats in my sweater.
they're like the exact
It's
same
torn
color.
sweats. You get
I
torn
wish.
sweats. You got into a gondola accident.
Scrape those against the walls of the canal.
I look like I'm a retired gondolaman. Gondolaman, that's right.
Gondolaman.
That sounds like a dog breed. What's your
And then
dog? I've got a pincer, whatever the fuck it's called, a boxer. I've got a gondolaman.
Gondolaman is fucking yeah. Oh, that's why his tongue's hanging out and he only has one eye. Okay.
Yeah, that's a feature of the breed. It's a feature, not a bug.
And then when a gondolaman dies, you send your condolences. Thank you. Good night.
Oh, yes, that's
Oh.
joke of the show.
But choosh.
Nick, why don't you tell the people a little bit about yourself?
Me, Larson?
Yeah. The reigning gondolaman.
Shit. I don't know. What do you want to know? What
I
would
want
they want to
to
know?
Okay, this is what I want to know. I want to know what your very first memory was.
My very first memory?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, dude, that's crazy. You know what it is? You know what's funny is I remember my waking up on my 7th birthday, and like that seemed like I was like reborn. You know what I mean? It was a weird feeling. You know what I mean? Like a deja vu kind of moment. Like
Yeah.
maybe I died and then I recircled life and started right
Shit.
there at 7 years old. Because I don't
Whoa.
remember
I feel like
anything.
there's a certain point in your life where you really like click into existence. Like
Yeah.
you're a kid for a long time and you're just like blah, 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 doing whatever, and then at a certain point you're like, oh shit, I'm a person.
Yeah. Dude, I'm serious because I have zero memories from before that moment.
Oh damn.
Damn, that's
Yeah.
gnarly.
It was like
Are
7
you
years
just
old.
like an ancient spirit that is possessing a 7-year-old?
Maybe I'm like in this fucking weird cycle. I just keep repeating life. I don't know.
Damn.
It's weird
If you
because
start at
I
7, that's a
remember
good
specifically waking up. It was my 7th birthday, getting ready and staring at the clock, waiting to go to fucking Eddie's Pizza so we could have my birthday. But I don't remember the day before that. I don't remember anything. It's just that one moment. I look at old pictures from when I was like 6 and 5, and before that, and I'm like, I have
nothing.
no recollection. I have no idea who that person is.
Remember when you rode your bike for your first time? You're like, nothing.
Yeah. I don't remember any of those moments. All the moments I have, like when I'm remembering, I learned how to swim late.
Okay.
I learned how to swim really late, and I remember
what,
it was
like 30?
Yeah, last week. I was 36 and a quarter. No, I was about 7 years old, and I remember learning how to swim and stuff. 7 years old, I'm like, okay, yeah. I just see this is still 7. This is 8, stuff like that. I'm like, I don't.
7's an important number.
Yeah, it's like 6 years old. You're retarded. You don't know shit. You just
exactly.
You're not paying attention to anything.
And then
There's no need for you to remember.
And that's exactly
why I don't take my kids anywhere. Like, because they're too young. They're not going to remember shit.
Yeah. You might as well not give them anything. Just keep them in a closet until they're 7 years old, and then they can start forming memories.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Well, it's like that's why I never understand like being at places like Disneyland and like you have like just like this toddler who's not even like looking or who doesn't even know what colors are. And it's
Yeah,
like,
they're crying and shit.
Like you're doing they're crying. It's like you can see the parents are stressed.
Yeah,
so I was like,
no
why are
one's
you
having
doing
a
this
good
to yourself?
time.
No one's having a good time here.
They're like, yeah, I'm hot. I'm tired. I'm hot. I'm like, we fucking paid $300 to be here. Shut up.
Yeah, and it's literally just so that later in life that parent can be like, I took you to Disneyland when you were 1, so you have to fucking be nice to me.
Yeah, Jared, you see the pictures, Jared? It's cute. It's you right there with the Mickey Mouse ears on. Yeah. Like,
Look at how red your face was. That must have been from all the happiness.
Yeah. And not the
these are
meltdown that
happy
you just
crying
had.
tears.
You were so happy you saw Goofy. No, you shit your pants because you were scared.
Goofy is terrifying in person. Have you met that man?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
First
I
of
wanted
all,
to fight
that's a
him.
scary sound.
You know what? I wanted to fight Jafar because he fucking stole my hat. He was like playing around. He took
Jafar
my hat.
stole your hat?
I was like, I'll fuck you up, man. Like 9 years old.
I've seen the movie. I know how to beat you.
Yeah. Yeah. Put you back in a fucking lamp, bro.
It's so funny. The Aladdin movies, have you seen all the Aladdin movies? There's like 3 of them, right?
The banger of a trilogy.
I watched the first one recently because I watched the live action one with my kids. I'm like, you've never seen the fucking cartoon version?
Oh,
we gotta watch it.
Whoa.
But we haven't watched the second one. What is it? Like The Return of Jafar?
The
or some
Return of
shit?
Jafar, yeah.
And then the Prince
And
of
that's
Thieves.
the one that Robin Williams wasn't in.
Yeah.
I
like that.
And so
Return
it's
of
like
Jafar.
shitty.
The whole
And then
the
the third
theme
one, they
song
got
is
him
Return
back.
of the Mac.
Yeah. Man, what's your earliest memory, Nick?
Shit, man. I've actually been thinking that, and I don't, maybe like this morning when I decided to eat breakfast. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Early memory. That's kind of a trip. I don't know.
Yeah,
I remember
because-
one time being at like a McDonald's play place.
Mm-hmm.
Really young, maybe 7. I don't know. No, a little younger than that. And I remember this kid asked me what my name was, and I didn't know. I was like, I don't know. Like
And you were 7?
I was like 7, 6. No, it was before, probably like 6'5", somewhere in there ish.
That's a tall kid.
Yeah, tall kid. But I was like, I don't know my name, and I remember just like going down the slide, being like, "What's my fucking name?" And I eventually I figured it out. But I don't know why I remember that every now and then. I did not remember.
You forgot
my
that
name
you fell
day.
off of the slide and had a fucking concussion. What's my name?
Seriously.
Why am I bleeding?
That whole scenario was invented in your head after you fell off the slide. Like,
It's like I don't remember my name, but that kid
Yeah.
runs to his mom. It's like he doesn't know his name.
Mama, why is my ear bleeding?
don't worry about it. Eat more pizza.
I
Yeah,
taste
you'll be fine.
pennies.
Relax. That's
Whenever
crazy.
I try to think of like what my earliest memory is, I remember. Oh, no, God, I just remembered an earlier one. No,
Yep,
why?
Hit that one.
So I was going to say that I remember being in like 3rd grade, and it was some kid's birthday, and he had brought a bunch of cupcakes into school, and so everybody could have a cupcake, and we were all so happy because we were in 3rd grade, and cupcakes are like $100 bills to third graders. And so they put the cupcakes in the back of the room right next to the soda that he'd also brought. And I was first up to get them, and I was happy. And I was like, here we go, picking the litter for your boy Rick. And I go over and I grab my cupcake and I put it on my little plate. And then I go and grab my cup and I set it next to my plate, and I go to grab the soda and I open it, and oh no, it falls all over the cupcakes in the tray, entirely soaking all like 32 other fucking cupcakes. And I'm just standing there. Like, I watched it in slow motion, this Sprite just topple over like a fucking, like a tower that is being demolished, just like, and just pour
all over the
my sorrow out over on everybody else's happiness.
You're like, well, you're going to mix them anyways.
It's the same thing when they get to your stomach. Who cares? Eat it with a spoon.
You never had Sprite cupcakes before? Come on, guys.
It's good shit.
Just look at your teacher like, this is why you should be pouring the soda for us.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Don't let third graders pour 2 liters.
A 2 liter?
Yeah.
A fucking 20 ouncer, man. I wouldn't fucking trust a child with a 2 liter.
Mama, don't let your third graders grow up to pour 2 liters.
You see Big Daddy when he fucking drops the whole milk and shit, and he just watches
it. What's the sadder, more cringy memory that you thought of?
Oh, thanks, Nick. I thought we were going to be able to like scoot right past it, but we'll do it.
I always remember cringe.
Apparently, what I used to do was I would take like grocery shopping bags, like the plastic bags, and I would pop my feet through the bottom of it. Oh. And then like pull it up over myself and put my arms through the handle slots and wear it like a see-through jumper. And so I just remember doing that.
You're like,
that's awesome.
You're like, I'm a fashionista.
Yeah, it was the Yeezy line before Yeezy, dude.
Yeah. Oh, those are ugly ass shoes. Goddamn.
Well, you should tell some college girls about that so we can start the new Halloween costume: slutty garbage bag. I'm slutty grocery bag girl.
Yeah.
Sexy garbage bag.
I'm a slutty bag of leaves. I'm hot.
Blow me.
I feel like if 2020 had been like, if Halloween hadn't been shut down for last year, there would have been an insane amount of costumes, because 2020 had everything.
Yeah, we missed which I'm glad we kind of missed the train on the Halloween of Joe Exotic. Like,
that's
I didn't
the first
need that
one.
Halloween.
That was in like January.
People still dressed up like that.
Yeah.
They did it. They had house parties. Those people that didn't fucking care about COVID, they had house parties. Yeah, they were dressed up like fucking Joe Exotic, big time.
The guy was Joe Exotic, and his girlfriend was the tiger. I'm a sexy tiger.
Yeah, that woman's
sexy murder hornets.
She's obsessed with me.
That guy was insane. I played him as a character in a couple of different shows. That was pretty fun. That guy's a fucking trip. But apparently, like, the real story's even worse. Like, there's a bunch of shit that they left out of the documentary that is just like, because they were like, this is just gonna bum people out.
No shit, I didn't even watch it.
Oh, I was
like, people are talking about it enough. I get the gist.
Yeah, exactly. You get it, man. You've seen the guy and you've heard his voice and you know what it's about. That's all you need.
He's a piece of shit. She's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like, we shouldn't really care about these people. They could just be nobody. Go back to being nobody, please.
Oh my God, that is my dream. I cannot wait to live in a world where all of these people that I really, really, really hate right now are just don't like, literally in 20 years, Mitch McConnell will be dead. Donald Trump will be dead. Like, all in 20 years, he's like 74. That motherfucker's not going to live.
So you
to
just
94.
like all the old white dudes just be dead already.
Yes, for real.
Yes.
Like, man, it's a trip to realize that they've really been in control for this long, and they've done fucking nothing good, and so maybe finally they'll be gone. And that's my leftist rant for this episode.
Yeah, fucking McConnell's so crazy. And now I don't think this should pass. I'm like, fuck, what the hell?
Democrats won't do. He's like Droopy Dog made into a man.
Yeah. He said,
I'm sorry, people of Kentucky.
I'm not happy. I'm not happy.
Going down.
I always love on SNL whenever they show a picture of Mitch McConnell during Weekend Update. They always do Mitch McConnell pictured here watching a school bus full of children fall off a bridge, or a children's hospital burn down to the ground.
When he's smiling because he's smiling,
kind of smiling, or just that fucking stoic ass stupid grin thing that he does.
Or just put up a picture of a turtle. Mitch McConnell pictured here. Turtle pops up.
Am I not turtly enough for the Turtle Club?
Oh my god. Okay. I don't know if you know this. I just learned something. Okay, so if no one has seen the movie Master of Disguise, it's a train wreck of a movie.
It's a train wreck. Love Dana Carvey, but it is fucking...
Love Dana Carvey.
God,
that was one of the
It's-
first movies I saw as a kid that I was like, this is bad. Like, when you finally click over and you're like, oh, not every movie is amazing. That was one of the first ones. I was like, oh, man, it's happened.
That's such a trip.
even as a
Like, when
kid, you
your
realize...
first time as a child realizing something sucks, that you're like, oh, I have taste.
Yeah. But you're like, but I loved Wayne's World.
Yeah, right? You can almost forgive him just because of Wayne's World. But the scene in Master of Disguise, with the whole Turtle Club scene where he's dressed as a fucking turtle, he's got a bald head, and he hides in his suit jacket that's huge and looks like a shell. That scene was filmed on 9/11 during the attacks.
Holy shit.
Wow.
They had to take a break from filming that scene to watch the news about the Twin Towers going down.
That's crazy.
And then they went back to work.
How do you go back to work on the Master of Disguise after the worst tragedy on American soil?
We got to do another take of Not Turtly Enough for the Turtle Club. I'm sorry, I know 3,000 people have just lost their lives, but we really got to get this take in. We gotta wrap before Crafty's out of food.
This is a dark sketch idea, and I love it.
It makes sense. That movie was a terrorist attack. So bad.
On Dana Carvey's career.
Oh, no.
Yeah, the writer hid a bomb inside the plane that is Dana Carvey's career, and that plane was flying through the air, and that some fucking the writer of that movie just piloted him right into the ground. Really,
Jesus. I've only watched it one time. I was like, chalk that up to never watching this ever again.
Same.
Oh yeah, that's enough.
Yeah, and the diverge of Mike Myers and Dana Carvey's careers after Wayne's World, sad. I was always a big
Mike
Carvey
Myers
fan.
doesn't really do much anymore.
Well, yeah, but he had all the awesome powers. He has all the Shreks.
Yeah,
but he did love Guru though.
He did love Guru.
That is his Master of Disguise.
You know what I just watched again though was I Married an Axe Murderer.
Yes, I love that movie.
That all the way.
Oh man, great twist at the end. Great twist.
Okay, good.
It's a really, really, really good movie.
Yeah, I love the whole coffee thing. He's doing his poetry and shit.
Oh my god, yes. And that's really where he started doing the Scottish accent that he does and stuff too. He does it for his parents or whatever.
He's gonna cry on his huge pillow. That's just great.
Oh man, I used to rap, and I was
What kind of rap?
I hate you, Nick.
He worked at Sears. He fucking wrapped the presents.
I was a juggalo. And so I did Juggalo Insane Clown Posse rap.
Oh shit! That's looking at you. That makes sense.
Oh yeah. No, it totally checks out.
I can see
am
it.
the demographic. Yeah,
I wouldn't go nah, that's crazy.
No, that checks out. And I downloaded a bunch of movie clips to use as stuff to drop in and during songs and stuff. And So I Married an Axe Murderer was one of the first ones that I could actually find decent soundboard clips of. And so I made 4 songs that had different clips from So I Married an Axe Murderer,
oh wow,
just interspersed in them. Fucking stupid.
That's awesome. Do you still have that?
I wish. I honestly wish.
Yes.
I would love to. If we could do that out. If we could do the album that I recorded as a 14-year-old
Richard,
on this show,
die of happiness.
Damn.
There's people I could talk to see if there's any versions of anything floating around. But literally, we had 15 songs.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah,
I used to do. Remember Fruity Loops?
Oh yeah.
I used to have that program, and I used to make beats and shit when I was fucking 15, 16. And I had them on a CD, and I don't know what happened to it.
See, that's the problem with CDs, man. Everything's in the cloud now. Everything's just great, and you can get it.
Yeah.
CDs just lose them.
Yeah, I definitely would have had a SoundCloud account.
I used to use Fruity Loops to make. I try to make dubstep.
What? Damn.
Yeah. I've really crossed the board in musical attempts. Like,
Yeah.
I rapped, I did dubstep, I was in a rock band.
You're like,
And-
fuck it. I'm just gonna tell jokes.
Yeah, exactly. This is much easier. I just have to count on me. That's the hardest part about being in a band, is having to rely on other people. Like,
Totally.
if you're even in like a 3 or 4 person band, you know, you're only a third or a fourth of the fucking equation. You got to like count on everybody else to show up.
Yeah, and then you got to split the money fucking 4 ways.
Yeah. Or you just got to hide it from them.
Yeah.
I was a
like,
bass
yay.
player, so I never got any fucking money.
I made $8. This is awesome.
Yeah.
We should play
Or
more gigs.
love.
I got free drinks. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Like, we should play 10 gigs a night
Mm-hmm.
at this rate.
Make a cool $100.
You're killing the game. I can play bass
That's what-
forever.
man.
Your fingers are bleeding.
I've got blisters on me fingers. All right, well, let's go ahead and take the first break of the show, and when we come back, we will find out what album Nick brought, and we will start talking about that album when we return on Spin Doctors. And we're back. Welcome back to the Spin Doctors. As we do every week, we have an album to talk about. We talk to our guest and we ask them to find an album from their past that means a lot to them, has a lot of memories associated with it, stories, stuff we can talk about, you know, different things, whatever you think is the album that you want to explore. And Nick Larson has done that for us. He's brought us an album. Nick, why don't you tell us what that album is?
That album is going to be White Pony by
White
the Deftones.
Pony by the Deftones.
Oh, cool.
Fuck yeah.
I've never listened to the Deftones before. I've only heard good things about them.
You've never listened to the Deftones?
No.
Yeah, I have listened to the Deftones. I've talked about this before on the show, that I lived in the time where being a pirate was so cool.
Oh, hell yeah.
And
Napster.
I had all the albums from everything, because I would just download an entire band's discography and just be like, yeah, sorry guys. Which is probably why, like, karmically my band fell apart. Because they're like, no, you stole it from everybody else, we're stealing it from you. But Deftones was one of the bands that I had the entire discography of. And then while I was looking through this album earlier, I realized that this is the album that I probably listened to the least out of all of them.
Oh, wow.
Just
Wow.
because I think it had... Okay, so there's 2 songs on this album that I really, really, really like. And I think that I would only listen to those songs when I listen to this album. I think that was the thing. Because I feel like there's a lot of this that I just never listened to, but I can see it in my mind's eye on my music list on my computer as I'm like booting up shit to play World of Warcraft.
Which 2 songs are those?
The 2 songs are Passenger and Change in the House of Flies.
Yeah, Passenger is an amazing song.
Yeah, I'm a huge Tool
You
fan.
know what? A lot of these songs went kind of mainstream. They played on the radio.
Mhm.
Change in the House of Flies was definitely like one of those MTV music videos that's playing everywhere. It gets a little bit repetitive. I haven't listened to it for a while, but I just love that album because when I was coming into alternative music, because I used to be like all fucking rap. There's nothing but rap,
Okay.
R&B. My dad hated it.
Was he one of those guys who said rap is short for crap?
No, he was just
That
like,
was my
"Fuck that shit." No, you remember the days when you could fucking pay like a penny and then you could just steal CDs from whatever that Westinghouse company? or whatever
Columbia
it was?
House? Or
Columbia
whatever it was?
House, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had so many fucking CDs, and they were all
They were
rap.
like, yeah, of course
R&B.
I will pay you for these CDs. Sure thing, absolutely, send them
Yeah,
all.
of course. Yeah, they went fucking down so fast.
Oh,
Nobody was buying those.
No.
Ridiculous. I was like, 10 cents? Okay, let's do this. But yeah, my dad actually took all my CDs, put them in a box, and then like threw them in the closet. And I was like, do not fucking touch those CDs. I do not want to hear you listening to that shit anymore. And I remember being at one of his friend's house, and his friend had a son that was a couple years older than me. And he was asking him, like, so what do you listen to? Like, I know you listen to alternative. What do you listen to? What do the kids listen to these days? And he was like, oh, I listen to like Korn and Metallica. And it was another one. Because I remember he bought me 3 albums, which was, it was one of the Korn albums, Metallica album, and something else I can't remember. Obviously, I didn't listen to it that much.
It was like the same kind of genre, though? Like alternative?
Yeah, it was all alternative. And I got into it. I just like good music, you know. I'll listen to anything but country.
Yes, I'm right there with you. And recently there's been like a couple of country songs that I'm like, okay, this one's fine. But like anything I hear on the radio, I'm just like, this is garbage. Red Solo Cup, let's have a party.
Oh yeah, I don't dig that shit.
No,
I don't know what it is but the way they sing just fucking irks me.
Yeah. The twang.
It's like it's a very stylistic thing.
It's like when they talk, it's cool. Well, I'm like, oh, that's a fucking pretty badass voice. But when they start singing, I'm like, oh, don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Stick to being cool.
And they all have, because it's all the same voice. It's that, like, you have to affect that, like, that specific. Yeah. Even Keith Urban, who's Australian, you know, he comes and he sounds exactly like that because he's affecting that, that accent. It's like it's like weird, all that white boy reggae, you know. They're like when they sing and they try to sound Jamaican and they're like from fucking Denver, and you're like, you're just trying to sound like that because that's what you think that music is supposed to sound like.
Yeah, and see, when I was listening to Korn and shit, I'm like, this is dope. I like Korn. I like Metallica. These are really cool albums. But the funny enough, I was playing a video game. I was playing, I think it was L.A. Crime. Or something like that. Yeah, True Crime, Streets of LA.
True
You're
Crime,
playing as this Asian dude, and you're just like fucking doing karate and shit. And you could go to a dojo and you could practice your skills and get better at fighting. And one of the songs was a Deftones song, and I was like, "Who is this band?
This is amazing."
Cool. So I would constantly go into the fucking training facility because you could pick the song that you wanted to listen to, and I would listen to it over and over. I'm not even playing the game at this point.
Yes,
this shit's dope, man. I like this.
Do you remember what song it was?
I think it might have been Minerva. Yeah, I think it might have been Minerva.
Oh my
or something
god!
Like that. But I was
is
like,
Deftones good music to practice karate and harness your center?
I don't know.
No,
I mean, I would. I would. Yeah. I mean, they have a mix of things. It goes from like, you know, it's kind of like new metal to like what I call it like dream pop. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then
it gets really ethereal and spacey.
Yeah, very somber too. There's some songs like that are kind of like Radiohead-ish, you know. It's dope. I like all the fucking songs. I love everything. I'm just one of those dudes that just like all their songs just click with me, you know. Yeah.
Because they have a very specific sound.
Yeah. And I love fucking Chino's voice. It sounds dope. And I love that was a new thing to me too, was like that emo screeching shit. I didn't like the boy bands like fucking like Blink 182 and shit. I thought they sounded hella stupid. I was like, oh, you guys sound ridiculous.
Wow.
But then I heard Chino do it. And it gave me the fucking goosebumps. I was like, oh, that sounds better. This guy does it better.
Well, Chino he's like fucking like, he sounds like he's dying when he screams. He's just like every part of his body is coming out when he screams. Like that. Like,
and he doesn't sound like
so
a fucking
intense.
Yeah, he doesn't sound like a white kid that got his game taken away from him.
No, he doesn't. So that was the first time that you heard Deftones. Was that game?
Yeah, and then I started hearing them on the radio. I'm like, oh, I know that's the same band. And then there's like LimeWire, Napster days. I started downloading shit, and I made like a compilation album. And most of the songs I found out were from White Pony. And I was oh, this shit's cool. Yeah, and I was like, oh, this is tight. And then eventually I started buying the albums. I was like, oh, I gotta fucking listen to these guys all the time. This is my shit. Because coming from only listening to rap, when you listen to a lot of Deftones, the drummer is fucking sick, man. He does like a lot of the stuff sounds like hip hop beats. So to me, it was like almost like a mesh of fucking metal. Like I was listening to Metallica or something like that, and also something hip hop. You know, so it's like, oh, this is tight. So I'm fucking digging this shit.
Yeah, that was that late '90s, early 2000s, like Limp Bizkit kind of thing. Like that whole when
Rage
rap
Against the Machine.
and metal like started coming together more. Korn has a lot of stuff that sounds like that.
You know what? But what's funny about that is like I don't fucking like Limp Bizkit, and I don't.
Well,
like
Limp
Linkin
Bizkit's a
Park
bad band, but it's just
I know a lot of people like Linkin Park. I fucking hated Linkin Park. I hated the way he sounded when he did his shit. I was like, I don't like this guy. I don't like the way it sounds. It sounds too. Chino was like a perfect like amalgamation of like emotion and also fucking just metal. You know?
Yeah.
It sounded tight.
And have you ever seen Deftones live?
Yes, multiple times. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, a lot of the shirts that I own, I bought them from going to see them.
Oh hell yeah.
And then I just bought a bunch. I have probably about 6 Deftones shirts.
Nice.
And they're just on rotation.
Yeah. This is kind of the same thing with my Fish shirts. It's just like that's all my t-shirts.
You know, I just made a tweet like 2 days ago where I put Deftones have been my favorite band for over 20 years, and Digital Bath is still my favorite song of all time. I peaked in high school, and I'm super proud of that.
At least you've peaked. Like that,
Yeah.
at least you know that you've peaked. You're like, all right, I hit the top, man. Like that's,
yeah,
and I
dude.
want to stay at that.
I remember being like 16. I had a Volkswagen Golf. I used to fucking smash it at 16, 17, listening to my compilation album and just fucking zooming down the road to whatever job I was doing, and was like that shit. When I listen to older albums, that gives me that reminiscing kind of feeling.
Yeah.
You know? It's cool.
It's crazy how like listening to music, they say that smell is the sense that's tied strongest to memory, that smells will bring you back to places that you've been before.
Nah,
I disagree. I think it's sound. Yeah. Because there are songs that like I will listen, if I listen to certain songs with my eyes closed, I will literally feel myself in a different place.
Yeah,
like I will feel myself in the place that I remember. There's a band that I really, really like called Me Without You. It's one of my favorite bands of all time, and they have a song called Tie Me Up, Untie Me, and that song is so connected to me being in my friend Neil's car, like in the passenger seat, because he would have his iPod plugged into the radio, and he'd be like, oh, put a song on, and I would always put that song on because I fucking loved it so much. And so whenever I listen to it, I'm right there. I'm right back in that seat of that car.
God, that's so good.
Nice. Yeah, every time I listen to Tears for Fears, I think about my dad. Every time. And there are certain songs that I like have really vivid memories of, and if I listen to it too long, I'll fucking start getting choked up. Because my dad passed away when I was 16, so it's like, just as soon as those hit, I instantly get a crazy feeling.
It's like songs sometimes can be like little mini time machines.
Hell yeah.
God, there's a good amount of songs that like take me back to. Do you guys remember Borders, the store Borders, where like
the bookstore?
Yeah, the bookstore. And my mom and I would go there so much because it was like both what we like enjoyed. Like she had like all the books, and then they had like a mass music section, and it was like one of the first places, at least like that I went to, that like you could listen to the CD before you bought it. And,
I remember that.
There's like a bunch of songs in it. Like a couple years ago, I was in San Diego at a food truck, and Most Def's Miss Fat Booty came on, and I even forgot that song existed, and all of a sudden I was just like back in Borders, like headphones, listening to that song on repeat, being like, man, saving up my coins so I can get this Most Def album so I could listen to Miss Fat Booty whenever I want.
Hilarious.
I don't know. It's I there are songs like I still Oh, never mind.
Whoa. You look like you went somewhere. Like
Yeah, no, I did.
Damn.
It's like that's what I was saying,
Astral
man. Like
body.
it can really just like transport you to a
Holy
different place. You know,
shit.
you think about past songs that you have associated with other people. Like you said, the songs you have associated with your dad. You know, and then like songs that you have associated with like old loves and stuff like that.
Okay, yeah. The way you were looking looked like, oh my god, I remember someone touched my pee-pee.
One time, it did happen. Maybe I hope.
That's why I become a juggalo.
Yeah. That's what Juggalo was, the original incel.
That's so real.
Nick, do you have a first song with your do you have a song with your girlfriend?
A first song?
Yeah, like
I don't think so. Not that I could think of right now. I'm like in Deftones mode right now.
yeah.
I have to stop and think about it because I'm like looking at because I brought it up as well. I brought up the album. So I'm like, oh, I like this song and I like this song. So I'm like, oh, I can't wait to listen to this one.
So so you got all of these through Napster, right?
Yeah, not Napster days. I started downloading this shit.
And you just got like I remember I was a little bit after Napster. Napster, like Lars Ulrich had already come and shot them in the face.
Shit.
And so I had LimeWire and Kazaa. And so it was really like hit or miss because sometimes you would download the album and it would be the album, and sometimes you would download the album and it would be hardcore pornography.
Hell yeah, dude. You got lucky.
It's like the opposite of Russian roulette.
That's amazing.
But then you're like that music nerd where you're like, no, I don't want porn. I want the Deftones.
But that's the best outcome. If you're playing Russian roulette, that's the best outcome. You don't die, you get fucking weird porn.
You develop weird fetishes super early.
Yeah.
Man, there's a good like slumber party for anyone who still does that with like Russian roulette porn, where it's like, all right, what video are we watching?
Well, there's a subreddit, and I think it's called like 50/50, or I can't remember what it's called, but it every post is just a link to a GIF, and it might be something wholesome, and it might be something absolutely horrific, and you got to take the chance.
See, that's some good like 1:30 in the morning at a sleepover shit right there.
I stopped watching porn simply from the fact that most of the fucking videos were titled step brother, stepsister, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
That's all there is, man.
Is that what's
I'm
hot
like,
right now?
Lord.
It's just the step parent, step sibling thing. It's so hot right now.
It's ridiculous.
Where's my video titled "Two Consenting Adults Respect Each Other"?
Yeah. You're like, am I watching people make love now?
Yeah, come on.
I don't like it when like the two people are like, there's no way like in reality that these two would like be having sex. Like it always takes me out of the fantasy and like out of the video and stuff. It's like, this would never happen. Come on. It's like someone that looks like me and like Halle Berry or something. It's like, that's not possible. Come on.
That's not possible.
Now Riley Reid, maybe.
Riley Reid, who I don't know who that is.
Oh, you really did stop watching porn.
Yeah, I was like done with it. I don't need this shit.
Man, did you guys do like sleepovers when you were kids and like do weird shit like that? Like prank each other with porn?
What do you do?
Yeah, absolutely. That's how I first saw the Two Girls, One Cup video.
Of course, that's
shit.
exactly where you see that. I've never seen that video, but that's where you see it as a sleepover.
Yeah.
Mostly mine were like watching a lot of Howard Stern. Like Howard Stern was like at his peak raunchiness when I was like in like 12, 13 years old. But like if you stayed up late enough on like the E! channel and Comedy Central, then it turned into the Girls Gone Wild promo.
Oh yeah.
And that was always like the things like, let's stay up for the Girls Gone Wild thing.
Yeah. We can see half of an underboob.
Yeah.
Half an underboob. Fuck, I remember back in the day when you tried to watch porn and it was like all dial-up shit.
That's all I
and
needed.
it took like 20 minutes in order to see one video that was only 15 seconds long.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit, I'm already done.
And it's like super pixelated. I can't tell if that's an elbow or a titty, but I'm in.
Yeah. There's a nub on there.
Oh, wait. Oh, no. It's just a skin tag.
Yeah, it was just a boil.
I think oh my, that's what we did. And we would all hang over. Like I'd get like 4 of my stupid friends, and we would all hang out in my room and get high, and like sometimes sneak alcohol and shit, and then just watch the dumbest or horrible. Oh, probably like 16, 17.
Okay. I was picturing like an 8-year-old, so that's why I was like, shit, Rick.
No, 8-year-old Rick was busy doing meth in the backyard.
Damn.
No, I don't know what 8-year-old Rick was doing. Yeah, I'm probably wearing a shopping bag, honestly.
wearing your stealing your goddamn dad's fucking garbage bags and wearing them as outfits.
That's your realization of when you existed as a human, when you're just looking at yourself.
That's what I clicked on.
That crochet
God
bag.
damn it, Rick! I'm trying to fucking pick up leaves.
You're like, I'm a human.
Suit on.
I exist.
That's what he gets. You know what? He deserves it, because I fell on a knife one time and I had a big like a wound on my leg, and he would not take me to the emergency room. So you know what?
Jesus.
Fuck him.
Hey, he saves money.
Well, I'm glad he's dead.
Oh my God,
oh damn.
Richard.
Welcome to the Spin Doctors, where we laugh through traumatic memories.
It should be the spin therapists,
right? It's more like the Spin I need a therapist.
Yeah.
On that note, let's take the second break of the show, and when we come back, we're going to dive into this album track by track, talking about it all the fucking way when we return with Nick Larson on the Spin Doctors.
Yeah.
We're back.
What's your favorite band? What do you like to listen to?
I do a lot of classic rock. Big like classic Beatles rock. Guy, like Elton John.
You look like you would like Mumford and Sons.
I do enjoy me some Mumford and Sons. I'm very indie kid too. I like all the like.
Hell yeah.
I'm such a fucking hipster. Like the Shins and Arcade Fire, Arctic Monkeys, Mumford.
The Lumineers.
The Lumineers. I'm not gonna lie.
Hell yeah,
that's a band that like people like put shit on. I was like, hey, I listen to them. I dig it. I also understand why people give them shit, but hey, I get down on it. I hate that song.
I mean,
too.
I listen to it too. Don't get me wrong. I fucking love those. But I was just, sometimes you just peg a person. Not like that. But,
I understand.
But sometimes like that too.
I was in Oregon with my girlfriend and her younger stepbrother. And it was the first time me and him had like hung out and everything. We were in this massive bookstore and we're walking around, and just out of nowhere he looks at me and goes, "You look like you'd work at a bookstore, Nick." And then just walked away. I was like, "The fuck was that?"
Wow.
I was like,
"What a
like,
weird
roasted you."
Compliment?
I was like, compliment? And so like I like came back home and like told my mom. I was like, he said, look like you'd work in a bookstore. She's like, well, he was just saying that because you look smart. I was like, but Mom, I'm not smart. She's like, but he doesn't know that. I was like, why am I getting this from every angle here? This is why I don't talk to people.
It's just retail. You don't have to be smart to work in a bookstore.
That's the other thing.
You're not reading the book. You're not writing the books. You're just selling them to people. Like, I don't have to know how to cook to sell you some nachos. Like,
yeah.
Now, is it a problem that I don't know how to read? Is that a problem?
No, you just literally have to press buttons.
All right, cool.
Just memorize which buttons to hit, and you're good, dude.
I'll be here on the 4th day of the week. I don't know days.
We are gonna get into the album now.
Hell yeah.
This has I've listened to all my cards on the table. I did know what we were going to be what album we were going to have before we started recording. So I went through and I listened to a lot of it and was like, okay, yeah, I remember this. I've heard this. Nice. I haven't heard this. So yeah, I'm excited to get into this. Nick, Nick Malizia, do you know what to expect at all from this?
I'm expecting heaviness. I'm expecting rock velocity at 11. And also just
Yes.
like I'm expecting this to be really good because the only thing I have like memory association wise with Deftones is working at a little ice cream shop. It's like this little tour spot. It's called Apple Valley Barn, and it's like I worked in the ice cream shop, and like 2 feet away was like the produce barn, and there's a kid that works there whose 2 top bands were Deftones and Kings of Leon. And which like kind of like whoa, but like he would always be like, oh, like you don't know music until you hear Deftones.
That's range.
Yeah,
I love Kings of Leon too.
Yeah.
They're great.
Oh, they're great too. Early Kings of Leon for sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say early Kings is fantastic.
First 3 albums phenomenal.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, Alabama Shake.
Oh, Alabama Shakes. Oh, see,
Yeah, I fuck with them too.
Hipster kid. Of course, I listen to all these. The Strokes.
Yes, I do, dude. I listen to everything. I'm telling you, as long as it's not country or gospel, I'm into it. I listen to classic music too. I listen to fucking classical music. I listen to everything.
Yeah,
just those other two.
Leave that
genres
twang out of
I'm
my
not
brain.
interested in.
All right, so the first song on this album, Nick, do you have any stories or memories associated with this one? Anything special stick out to you?
I think I already said them. Like, just kind of. I remember playing the video game and hearing the one song, and also driving around in my car, being a new driver and shit, and just thinking you're cool as fuck, just listening to music and like this is my band right here. And I used to work at Cutco Cutlery.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you guys know what that is.
I had 2 friends that got into that.
Yep.
Yeah, so I used to be zooming down the fucking road, playing music, going to the next house to sell knives.
playing this
And I
album.
was like, this is the fucking life.
Watch how
is
this
the
one
life
cuts
right
through
here.
a shoe.
Yeah. Cutting through a penny.
Oh yeah.
oh, the pet.
Like,
So
that's amazing.
that was the one. I'm sure that was the one that like sold it. Where like the customer was like, well, I mean, it's cutting through fucking copper. We need to buy this shit.
yeah. We have to get this.
I like to think that there's like a bunch of housewives that have those knives that are like holding those shears. So if you fucking cheat on me, I will fucking shear your dick off. I will fucking cut the tip off. It's gonna go right through it because this is no penny, baby.
I'm surprised Cutco didn't just come out with like some patented dick snippers.
And lifetime warranty on this. Our kids will be using these knives I cut your dick with.
The dick shears, only $99.99.
Oh my
Now run along, honey. I have to cut your father's dick off. Make sure to go back to school.
You little mini
Hell
maggot.
yes. Back to school.
It's funny how it starts off almost like soft and nice, and then just explodes into noise. And this song, it very much has that new metal vibe where it's very hip hoppy. The vocals are very hip hoppy in regard, with the and I mean the drums, like you said, the drums are also really hip hop.
God, I would love this to be played like in a movie, TV show thing, like the first day of school, but it's like at kindergarten. And this is just like playing in the background, just like kids at recess, like jumping off jungle gyms and like throwing shit at each other.
5-year-old coming by, throwing open a trench coat,
just throwing up on the teacher's shoes. And just...
but I think this song is literally like that's what it's about. It's about like people getting beat up and getting bullied in school and then standing up for yourself.
Yeah, and fucking around in school and having your homies and shit, and just fucking around, not going to class. You know? It really puts you in the high school. You know, it's just
that's very much. I did. Let's see, I was in high school from 2004 to 2007. That was my high school year. So this came out 4 years before I went into high school. But before I was in high school, all I really listened to, so when I was young, as everybody does, you just listen to whatever your parents listen to. Yeah.
100%.
So it was just Beatles, and my mom doesn't really like music, which is the weirdest thing in the world to me.
That's weird.
It's so
Is she
weird.
A sociopath?
I think so. There's got to be. She doesn't she's never listened to music. I don't think she has a favorite band. Yeah, it's the weirdest thing. But she bought me Alanis Morissette's Jagged Little Pill, that album.
Oh shit! I used to play that all the time.
It's a banger. That fucking album still to this day rocks.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, and then I got into like Insane Clown Posse and shit like that. So,
What happened?
High school. But in high school,
in other words, high school got real.
Yeah.
What's their most famous song?
Insane Clown Posse's most famous song?
Yeah.
I think it's probably Homies. It's a song called Juggalo Homies.
Juggalo Homies.
Yeah.
It's a good song. You check that out.
It might be something earlier, like it might be something from, The Great Malenko or something like that. Like maybe Boogie Woogie Woo or The Ned and Game.
Boogie Woogie Woo. Jeez, Lou.
Yeah, man. It's real fucking clown shit.
Yeah. See, what I like about this is it's screamo, but it's minus the emo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like it doesn't sound like angsty. Like
right.
I fucking cut myself. You know what I'm saying?
But it still is very emotional, like and like passionate.
Yeah. What I like about the way he writes is it's like it's a story, but as he got older, the shit becomes more vague. So like some of the lyrics are like, oh, that's an interesting way to put something,
Yeah.
And you gotta like piece it together, but it still makes sense. You're like, oh, okay, this is fucking tight.
It's kind of like this next song, track 2 on here is like, this is a story.
Here, what I want to say about Back to School is when I heard that other song, this is the album that I was more familiar with. Change in the House of Flies was on the radio all the time.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, this is a cool song. And this is one of the first songs I heard after that. And I was like, oh shit, this is way better. I was like, yeah, this is cool. I like this.
Yeah,
and
Change in the House of Flies is much like, I don't know, it's more droney and it's more it's not I don't want to say it's less energetic, but it's more somber, like you were saying earlier.
It's more definitely more somber, yeah.
Yeah. And we'll talk about it.
And then I still don't know how to say the song title. It's like
Fight a Syra.
Fight a Syra.
Fight a Syra.
I don't know what the hell is that something? I didn't even
It's a
look
Brazilian. It's the name of a Brazilian woman.
Oh shit! Look
Yeah.
at you,
Look that
man.
up,
You know
huh?
more than I do.
This is the first episode that I decided to do a little bit of research on.
Oh.
I was like, I gotta
Damn.
just check it out a little bit, and so I was like, because I didn't want to mispronounce. Okay, so here's the thing: I've been scarred. Okay, I've mispronounced so many goddamn bands and artists and song names and stuff. Like, and I sound like an idiot all the goddamn time. As I saw this title, and I was like, oh,
Not
boy.
today.
Not today,
That's
Deftones.
hilarious. Give me those feels again. Yeah, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about this, it's almost like going through a list that the previous song. This song is the next song that I heard, and it was like, this song is so fucking amazing.
Yeah,
that I could listen to this over and over.
yeah. This song is
I was like,
really dope.
Yeah.
This is Fight a Siren.
To go from like a radio version, and then to go to like Mini Maggot and like, oh, this is sick, and then to go to this, you're like, what the fuck? This is fucking amazing.
Ooh.
And like those hip hop beats.
Exactly, that high pitched snare.
Yeah.
Yeah,
wow.
This song is about kidnapping.
Yeah. Her new cool meat.
Yeah, that's one of the lyrics is, I'm her new cool meat.
Ooh.
Yeah, see, that's like, it's weird lyrics, but it's cool.
Yeah. And like when you see the lyrics to it all written out, the way that he weaves his vocals in through the music is crazy. Like, he doesn't follow a set melody for a song. It's just whatever he fucking feels like, whatever that section needs for that lyric.
Yeah.
Or that length or whatever.
Exactly.
And that's like, when I think about Deftones, that's like the thing that sticks out to me the most, is that it's this band that is playing like, a kind of a regular metal song with like, that hip hop beat in it, but then instead of having any sort of a regular singer, Chino comes in and it's like he's like singing a different song over the song that works, and it's so crazy.
Yeah, because what's cool is I like it because obviously it's like I'm choking and gnawing on the ball. You're thinking of the red ball, the fucking, you know, like the gimp. You know what I mean? But it's a metaphor for being like addicted to and being under you know, kind of arrest from this girl. Like that's how much she controls him. You know what I'm saying? Like it feels like being kidnapped. You have no control, you know? So I love the lyrics because it sounds like it should be very like straightforward, like he's actually in a trunk, he's fucking he's bound and gagged, but it's just a metaphor for being in this relationship. And then at the end of the song, like it turns out that she's committed some sort of crime and like she killed somebody, and so she like puts the gun in his hands as he's waking up so that he's gonna be in trouble for it. And like it says like something like oh, and just before I come to, move to the back of the car, she made me touch the machine, new murderer, fuck him. So like but right before he wakes up, she's like, all right, well, here's the gun in your hands, it's your fucking fault. Pretty intense.
Heavy.
It's a cool song, man. So to listen to this was like probably one of the first songs that I was introduced to when I was listening to Deftones and downloading shit. I was like, this fucking beats all right here. But then, you know, there's a couple other fucking songs on the track where I'm like, oh damn, these are fucking good. So this is the level of Deftones that I'm fucking into, you know?
This is your favorite song, right?
This is my absolute favorite song. I will listen to this on repeat sometimes when I'm in a mood, you know?
And it's another like crazy story. There's so many. His writing is just so full of these, like, there's so much like violence and like sex and longing and like, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's almost like it seems like they were like a very, very much like a party scene, and he's like documenting his encounters, you know? Like this song definitely does seem like it's very much we're chilling at a party and I'm fucking either drunk or I'm high, you know?
Yeah. But it's literally this is a good song, but I will just tell you, it's about like he takes a bath with a girl and then throws a fucking like a radio or a toaster or something in the bathtub, and then after he just like takes her out and dries her off and puts clothes on her, and that's the song.
It's an interesting, like, it's not like, you know, fucking like straightforward fucking country music where she left me and then broke my heart.
And the thing is, like, you could listen to this song a bunch of times and not ever really know that that's what it's about. Like, because like you said, he writes very vaguely sometimes. But this is Digital Bath.
God, those sick drums
again. A very
again.
hip-hop beat.
This is very calm, very relaxing.
Yeah, this is more like you were saying, the dreamy kind of stuff.
Dream pop.
But it still has that cool the guitars. I mean, the way that they just kind of like come in every once in a while, just to keep the momentum of the song moving.
Yeah, it's fucking fire.
A lot of discordant stuff with a lot of tension.
So, Nick, you said that you've seen the Deftones a good couple times in concert?
Yeah.
Like, whenever you, like, think about, like, seeing them live, is there, like, a specific show that comes to mind first, or, like, a specific, like, moment, whether it's, like, a song that they played, or the progression of songs, or anything like that?
No, not specifically. It was mostly, the first time I saw them, they came to Stockton, and I was super surprised that they came here. And I as soon as I found out, I got my tickets immediately. And it was me and my my high school girlfriend at the time, and I was like, "This shit is amazing."
That's awesome.
When was the first time that you saw them?
I had to have been 17 or 18.
17. That's like such a perfect time.
Yeah. that's coming in my own. It was like right after I saw fucking Rage Against the Machine too.
Oh wow,
wow.
That's a band I would love to have seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a fucking cool show.
Damn.
I remember, going down. It was me and the kid that told my dad about the albums. I was with him, and we went down to the mosh pit, and we were just like on the outside. And I remember some dude barreling through the fucking crowd with his arms out, and I happened to catch a hand in the throat, and I was like, "All right, we're gonna go back up to the bleachers."
It's dangerous down here.
Gosh.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh shit."
I can't imagine the moshing that must happen at a Deftones show.
Oh, seriously.
Yeah, it's
Jesus.
It was. Yeah, I was on the outside. I remember
You don't get in that.
my first experience. I was like, I'm not. No, I could be on the outside vibing. I'm cool.
I've been in a mosh pit once in my entire life, and it was at a Hank Williams III concert. I was out in Pozo, and I saw Hank 3, and he's like, if you've never heard Hank 3, he's like, it's like, it's country, but it's like, he calls it like punk rebel country or some shit like that, but like, he's just, it's just fast, punky country music about getting drunk and shit. But I was there with some friends, because it's not really my style, but I was like, fuck it, we'll go. And there was like a crazy mosh pit in the middle of during his set, and I was like, fuck it, let's do it. And I just ran into it. And I was then there for like a good minute and a half before I was done. And I was like, I don't have the energy for this.
Yeah.
I haven't done nearly enough cocaine to be involved with these people.
That's hilarious.
All right, track 4. This is one that I am not familiar with at all. I've listened to the other
one
ones.
Of my favorites too.
Yeah.
Yes. See, this is in that list. This is in that list of where, like, as soon as I heard it, it was like, okay, so this and how do you say it? Phytocyra. I was like, these are my fucking 2 jams right here.
Oh.
And then it was like Digital Bath came a little bit later, and I was like, all of the songs will never compare to the song.
All bets are off.
So
it's
it was
Digital
like,
Bath only.
Yeah, it was like that one, RX Queen, Streetcar, Knife Party. I was like, these are fucking amazing. And then Passenger came along. I was like, but it still doesn't beat Digital Bath. It's fucking dope, but that's just, for some reason, that song just clicks with me so well. It just, I feel like it's like a perfect song in my opinion, it's a perfect song.
Mm.
It's got that nice laid back, somber, you could kind of be doing anything and just, this song fits, you know?
Even practicing karate in a dojo.
Even practicing karate. Yeah.
And you have to practice karate a lot if you truly want to be one of the elite.
Mm.
Oh.
Yeah, here's some heaviness for you. This song is about, I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, it's about people who are like claim that they have all these problems and claim that they're so depressed and have all this stuff going on, but really it's just like they're just kind of sad over something.
Well, yeah, because the opening is like, you like attention, it proves to you that you're alive.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then the what he's saying at the beginning, he says, when you're ripe, you'll bleed out of control. You'll bleed out of control. So it's like, when you really know, that's when you get to like, you actually start fucking bleeding out of control.
Yeah. Stop parading your angles is such a fucking amazing line.
Yeah.
It's like, shut up and stop being fucking fake. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It feels like, I feel like this is like he went to fucking LA. And he was like
probably
around all those fucking snooty ass people. They're like,
Mm-hmm.
fucking, yeah, you like attention, bitch. Stop parading your angles. Yeah, listen to this part where it's like fucking robotic. It's so crazy, like almost like alienish.
Yeah, he just like, it's through that weird filter.
You're pregnant with all this space, thick with honey, but I lost my taste.
Yeah. That's fucking
And then
dope.
the next line, you're into depression because it matches your eyes. That's
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is it's like trendy to have this, like I have a shadow over me. I'm just so angsty and like deep and dark. But in reality they're not.
But this song right here, Elite, is definitely like an homage to their first album, because the whole album was like this.
Yeah.
It was
They definitely
very fucking just like scream out.
mellowed a little bit in this album.
Yeah, definitely. That's why he got played. That's why he got played on the radio so often, because they did mellow down, and they were like, okay, this is radio ready now.
yeah, exactly. And it makes sense that Change is the one that was on the radio the most, because it's like pretty friendly. All right, track 5. This is RX Queen.
Uncredited Scott Weiland from Stone
Temple Pilots.
Right on.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, let's see if we can find him.
Rest in peace.
Such interesting drum beats.
I know. And just the sound they get from it, too.
Yeah, they definitely mic the drums differently.
Sounds like
or put them through something.
Like an old Western.
Oh, yeah.
Or like little James Bond or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is skeezy. I like it.
Yeah.
But this really exemplifies what I was talking about Chino's voice. How he's like, it just flows throughout the song without ever establishing a real pattern, but it's fucking dope.
Yeah,
it does feel very like spy theme.
That bass is dirty. That
espionage.
Yeah, exactly.
And this song definitely sounds like it'd be connected to number 2.
Oh yeah,
like he's talking about the same woman.
And I think even the next song that's coming up too, because I think this next song, we'll just move right into it, is called Street Carp, and that's
Street Carp's great.
Like, yeah, it's about running into an old flame or something, and like they kind of talk a little bit, and the chorus is different every time because he gives her his address.
Yeah, let RX Queen play a little bit longer. I want to get to the chorus, because the chorus, it gives me the chill. I love the way he sounds when he's in the chorus.
He has such like a nice voice when he wants to, and then can just like fucking grit it up when he wants to be crazy.
Dude, and he can get high too. He can get high pitched.
He does those like especially nowadays, he does a lot of those like super, super high pitched like inward screams.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that song's dope.
Yeah, that's really good.
Man, that's a cool one.
But yeah, and in this next song, he's like running in, and maybe it's the same girl that he's running into.
Yeah,
that,
dude, I swear it had to be like he was in this relationship when he was writing this, and this has to be like the same person.
Yeah. But here we go. This is Street Carp. A street carp named Desire. I swear to God, this band has some of the dopest guitar riffs.
God.
Yes.
Like, because unless you really listen to it, you can't, like, because it's almost shoegazy sometimes, in that it's just a wall of noise a lot, but if you listen closely, you can hear the little, like the different things that he's doing.
Yeah. You know, my new shit right now is I'm watching videos of Stephen Carpenter playing guitar over the tracks.
Oh, yeah?
And I watch those all day.
I love watching people who are super good at guitar play.
Yeah, it's fun.
This song reminds me a lot of My Own Summer.
Yeah.
Just the feel, like it's got almost the same speed, and then that guitar riff, like, good stuff.
I like how the guitar too, like, goes up with his voice. So like, was like doing that, nah, and then the guitar like. Nah.
That's why I feel like the way this band writes music is the same way that Tool writes music. In that the band, the musicians all write the music together, and then Maynard comes in afterwards and puts the lyrics and stuff over it.
And speaking of Tool,
yeah,
when we get the Passenger,
that's what I'm looking forward to.
Hell yeah.
Next song is number 7 on the album. This is another one that I'm not familiar with. Elite, I wasn't familiar with.
Again, this is more like somber dream pop.
Okay, okay. So is this like since Digital Bath is that same kind of thing for you? Is this another one of your favorites?
Yeah. No, actually, this one is probably, out of all the songs on this track, would probably be maybe right above Change in the House of Flies.
Oh, wow.
Because I just heard it so many times that it's kind of like, it's been played out, but I still love it. But this one's kind of like, it's got that dream pop, but it's good, but compared to everything else, it's like they really hit the mark with everything, and then this one kind of like fell short just a little bit, especially compared to Digital Bath.
Yeah. Well, maybe it was like a newer song that they wrote. They're like, oh, we just need to like put another song on here, but they didn't have enough time to like make a fully grown adult song, so they could only release a teenager.
Yeah. Yeah, this song's more like where it says, oh, this is like, I'm looking at the lyrics as a description. It said the song's about Chino falling for a girl and then how she ignored him and didn't return that love. So that's where you get that like more somber, like dream poppy.
And I can't relate to that theme whatsoever. That's too bad.
I'm doing a heavy relate to that theme right now.
I'm kidding.
I am in a very much similar situation.
You are Chino. You're my Chino.
But see what I'm saying? Like, his voice is so, like, smooth and nice.
Yeah.
And he can hit those high notes.
The reason why I still like this song is because the fucking beats.
Yeah. Yeah, this is definitely a drum machine.
Yeah, and it's still that fucking hip-hop sound.
Yeah.
And it's cool that it's like for a more somber song, the drums are still kind of like a lower volume, but like are still like not just like doing just like a pa pa ta pa pa.
Yeah,
that I feel like a lot of bands would do. It's still like do da 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 da.
Yeah, they definitely think about the entire sound of the song when they make it. They're a fairly produced band, you know. Like there's a lot of it's not like a lot of raw stuff. There's a lot of production that goes into it.
Yeah. Yes. 100%.
All right, let's take the final break of the show, and when we return, we'll go through the last few songs and wrap up a little bit. We'll be right back.
Boom.
We are back. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more songs to get through on this record. Nick, what are you thinking so far, Malizia?
It's good, man. This is exactly kind of what I was anticipating, just like this like kind of heavier vibe. But I'm like that last song, Teenager, like the mellow too, like legit good musicians, and his voice, that's what I'm really getting into.
And this is the first time hearing them.
Yeah.
That's cool. Knife Party's dope. I fucking love Knife Party.
Well, that's perfect segue to get right into it. Knife Party is dope. It's actually Knife Purty, so...
Purty.
There's no A.
That knife's purty.
Knife Purty. That's what you said when you worked at Cutco, right?
Yep. It's knife purty right here. Cut through a penis.
This knife cut right through a dick. Sure thing.
Pull it out, sir. Let me show you.
Well, right here I have the standard hot dog. This is one of those... this is the sound of Deftones to me. Like, is that almost like wall of sound, fucking like noise, shoegaze almost stuff.
Yes.
And then Chino like sounding like a fucking like a specter in the dark floating through. He's the maple syrup.
Oh.
And this song is literally just like I read a little bit about it, and he was hanging out in the tour bus with a bunch of people, and like somebody had a knife, and so he was just like, they were dancing around with a knife, and so he envisioned this eyes wide shut kind of environment where it was like these people with knives just like running around.
Sex and violence.
Yeah, weird just like stories and things that he thinks of, but like it's just so interesting.
Makes great music.
It's very imaginative.
Yeah. This next song is probably the other. Yeah, this is the only other one that I don't know.
Oh yeah. Korea's another hard one too. That's it's like elite. Yeah.
Have you seen it live?
Yeah, I think they might have played this one. I'm not sure. It's hard to remember those things.
Yeah.
I just remember the fucking badass experience.
Do you remember if you got to see them while they were like promoting this album?
No, I think because this album, I think they were. Wow, let me see. What was the album after that?
I think it was Deftones. I think it was.
I think they were
album.
just started. They're about to come out with that one, so they were like they had a couple new songs from that, and then this one, and that might have been. Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember. That might have been the second time I saw them. I'm not sure.
It all runs together. Like, I mean, I've seen the band Fish like 30 times, and I couldn't tell you, what specifically they played on a given day.
Yeah, I just remember I was at a fucking great time.
Hell yeah, dude. This is Korea.
I was like, I'll buy all the shirts.
Yeah. You have to buy concert shirts. Like, that's the thing. We've had this discussion before on, like, wearing a concert tee to the concert of the band that you're seeing live. And a lot of people, like, say that that's a faux pas. Like, oh, you can't wear the band tee to the band that you're seeing. It's a fucking, like, nerd move. And I couldn't disagree more.
Disagree.
Yeah, I feel like you're like,
what are you talking about? When you go see the Warriors, you fucking dress up in a goddamn Warriors outfit.
That's exactly our argument.
Yeah, people wear jerseys at sporting events, and then people will give people who wear jerseys at sporting events shit for being like, oh, you're not on the team, why are you wearing a jersey? But then they wear the band tee to the band, and it's the same fucking thing. People just let people live their fucking lives, okay?
Unlike in Korea.
Yeah.
No mullets, no skinny jeans.
Not in the North one. I like this song.
Yeah, this is the Screamo.
Yeah. See, I do like Screamo and like I listen to a lot of heavy metal and stuff that has the yelling and screaming, and I really like A Day to Remember.
But see, this is definitely more like the first album, Adrenaline. Like Adrenaline was super hard. It was super hard. I actually don't listen to that album a whole lot. I listen to mostly the newer stuff because I've listened to the other stuff so often that this new stuff is like they're constantly like evolving. None of the songs sound the same or anything like that, and it's like fucking great. Like Around the Fur was an amazing album too. So that those two albums by themselves. That was like my whole fucking teenage years,
Yeah. My Own Summer and all that shit. Be Quiet and Drive. Those are all like very good songs.
Yeah.
But here we have now reached the song that I am most excited about.
Let the song play a little bit because this is an amazing fucking song.
We're gonna let this happen a little bit. As I stated before, I'm a huge Tool fan. That's in my top 3 bands of all time is Fish, Me Without You, and Tool.
These two amazing voices together.
Exactly. And they occupy that same kind of like flowy in the mix kind of differentness that is amazing.
Yeah.
So Maynard James Keenan from Tool has vocals.
No plans to be on the album.
Yeah.
He had no plans to be on the album, but he actually wrote this fucking song. Him and another band member wrote this song.
That's awesome. And this is my favorite song on the album. This is Passenger. I think I'm going to start it at like 30 seconds. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Such a dope drum line. Dot, 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 tack. And then it's just Chino and Maynard just like trading off lines.
Yes.
And the bass, I love when the bass kicks in here in a second too. Right here.
Yep.
So perfect. It just fills in the song.
Fills right in where it needs to be.
God, just two amazing voices together.
Yeah,
so
it's cool they're
I wish that there was a
off.
super group that was both of them singing in it,
I know. The chorus is fucking unbeatable.
Yeah. And it just like drops entirely.
Because it definitely does have like a Tool vibe to it as well.
Yeah.
Not just because he's on there, but it has like that nice mesh. Mm-hmm. Like this is a perfect collaboration.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Here we go. Oh, I love the chorus so much of this fucking song.
Man, this is epic.
Yeah, I love this song so much. So good. So good. So good. So fucking good.
Damn.
Yes.
And I'm biased. I'm a little biased because I love Maynard so much, but just that song, even if it was just Chino in that song, is so fucking good. It has like that whole opening intro with like just the drums and the guitar kind of like chugging along, just waiting for it, and then the bass just drops in perfectly, and the lyrics come in, and then that chorus is unfucking beatable.
Yeah, dude, that voice is so incredible.
It's awesome.
It's another perfect song. That's probably that's probably my second favorite song on the album.
What do you think, Nick?
Man, it was worth the wait, honestly. I'm gonna have to listen to the rest of it
seriously,
later.
Listen to that song get some good fucking headphones.
Yeah.
Play that song, listen to everything, because actually when you listen to it on headphones, you start to hear a lot more that you're missing when it's like just over something else.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
Yeah, and you're like, oh shit, this is like fucking surrounding me, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do a lot of work with like panning and stuff like that. Fucking good stuff. And now we come to Nick's least favorite song on the album.
We could, let's play this for like 30 seconds. I'm sure so many people have heard this. It's been around for so long.
Yeah, Nick, if you've heard any Deftones song before, it's going to be this song.
Okay.
Yeah, they play this often on the radio. And on MTV. They played a lot on MTV.
I do love this song.
It's a great song.
Fucking,
it just every once in a while you like hear that song too often and it becomes too mainstream.
Yeah. But that hi-hat worked. Here's the chorus.
Yeah, I never heard this before.
Wow, okay. Yeah, this is their most popular song, I would say. Like their most
Deaf
well known.
to the Deftones.
Yeah. And that's actually the first song by them I ever heard. And I think I probably saw it on MTV. And then I was like, oh, this band is pretty cool. And then I listened to some more stuff. And then I downloaded their entire discography. And I was like, all right, cool. But I think probably my favorite Deftones song is Passenger. And then my second favorite one is not on this album, but it is My Own Summer.
Nice.
Which is a fantastic song. But that's Change in the House of Flies. Very, I'm sure people have heard it before, even if, Nick, you haven't. You do live under a fucking rock.
That's me.
And now I think it's time. We have reached the final track of the album. Which I've heard the opening track is like an abridged version of this song.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like bookending.
It's like a bonus track almost.
Yeah. But this is Pink Maggot. It's 7.5 minute long song.
It's crazy long.
I like it when bands do this kind of stuff, like reprises or like kind of like redoing the first song, but like a more remix version or something. It's cool. Not all the time, but every now and then.
No. especially when like if you've gotten a deluxe version of an album that has like one song like 7 times on it because it's like oh the bonus version, the remix, the radio cut, like you're just like what the
some random DJ's remix of it,
the Steve Aoki mix of Kid Cudi.
Yeah. This is like, how do we take fucking Back to School and then marry it with Digital Bath?
Yeah. It is just like completely taking it a different way.
But then, you know, when you get to the chorus, it's very familiar.
But I love that they aren't scared to like do this like patient, like letting the fucking music play kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like if they were doing like an acoustic version of something, you know, and they slow it down a little bit, dismantle everything,
keep that fucking
and just
filthy
deliver
guitar
something
tone.
amazing.
Let's see if we can get into the chorus.
Oh.
I love the sound of this. Just that fucking, like I said, the wall.
Dude, it's great.
I bet live it's just gnarly sound coming at you.
Yeah, insanity. Yeah. See, then there's the chorus. So it's like still, you know, it brings you back to the song, but you have that whole, like, it's almost an entire song before it. But that's awesome. That's a good way to end your album.
It's an amazing album. If I could ask a favor, if we could go to the latest album, I want you to hear one of the tracks where it's like, it sounds familiar but evolved at the same time. They don't stay in the same zone.
We're going to do a Spin Doctors first on this episode and throw in a bonus track.
The new album Ohms.
Okay.
And then the link is dead.
This link is dead. Oh, I thought you were like telling me. All right. Well, for a bonus track on this premiere episode of Bonus Doctors, we are introducing the Deftones album Ohms. Well, one song from it called "This Link Is Dead."
It sounds very Metroid.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, you remember Metroid Prime when you first land?
Yeah.
This came out last year?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's cool. They still got that same sound to them, though. They haven't changed too much.
Yeah, but you can tell there's like a little bit of growth that's also happened. Like, it's not like they kept the exact same and didn't get, you know. Yes.
That's good.
I like the way that like sometimes like for a lot of bands the chorus is like where the singer will just like go off and scream and stuff and like go crazy.
Yeah.
But Chino, like, he's just like, he'll just do that in the verses and then take most of the effects off and just have this nice clean chorus thing. It's fucking dope.
Yeah, dude, it's so fucking cool. I love it.
That's good.
And
that's good.
This is slowly becoming one of my fucking new favorite songs too. It's so good.
Nice.
I love the fucking drums in it. I love the fast pace. You know, that hitting that fucking snare. It's like super quick. You know.
Yeah.
And it's really fucking cool. Just the whole
and
the whole
like
tempo
Nick said,
is amazing.
it also has that same sound. Like it's very Deftones. But that was White Pony. Thank you for sharing this album with us.
That was cool, man.
No problem, man. Dude, I could fucking talk about them and go through the songs all goddamn day.
I mean, I had to throw Passenger back on my playlist. You know, gotta. I usually, if it's a decent album, I will pick a song from it and throw it on my curated playlist. And
hell yeah,
gotta throw a Deftones song on there.
What I would say, if for a new person getting into Deftones, I would definitely jump into Koi no Yokon.
Okay,
that album is fucking amazing. That's like, to me, I think that's my favorite album.
Okay,
from top to bottom, it's killer.
Nice. All right, well, people, go listen to more Deftones.
Yes.
Nick, do you have anything you want to plug? You got anything coming up? Any shows?
Let's see what I got coming up. I know I got some. On the 29th, I will be featuring for Paul Conyers at Persuasion Brewing, and that is at 7 o'clock. And then at 8 o'clock, I will be headlining at the Alano Club of Modesto.
Modesto? Man, I haven't been out there in a minute.
And then
the last time I was out there, I saw Primus.
And then on the 2nd, I will be at Blue Horse Lounge with Mike Betancourt. I will be featuring for him.
Oh, nice.
Oh, and then I'll be on the 3rd, I will be headlining The Board. So I'm out here headlining, y'all.
Man.
Headlining and featuring all day long.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Go see him. He's funny dude. Nick has some of the best crowd work I've ever fucking seen. Like, we did a show at Sally Tomatoes in Roner Park, and just watching Nick on stage, like, there was these girls in the front row who brought a pie to the show, and that was just like the entire set, and it was so fun.
Nice.
If you go to my YouTube channel, look up Nick Larson Comedy, go to my YouTube channel, you'll see that, because I film all my stuff.
Yeah.
So you'll see that clip. It'll say Sally Tomatoes on there. That was a really fun set, man.
Yeah.
I loved it. And then for social media, you can find me on Nick Larson Comedy on Instagram. I'm also a photographer. If you guys want to check out my photos, it's Nick Larson Photography. And then I have 2 really fun podcasts that I do. One with my fiance, Danielle Arce. It's Secret Minorities. And then one with one of my best friends in life and in comedy, Sal Trujillo. It's called Joke Me Out Podcast. And those are everywhere. They're streamed everywhere. Whatever your favorite platform is to listen to podcasts, we're on it.
Awesome.
Cool.
Go check them out. You are not going to be disappointed. Thank you for being here.
Hit me
Thank
up
you
when
for
you listen
this.
to Deftones and fucking
send them a message. I don't have anything to plug. So just, follow us on at SpinDocPod on Twitter and Instagram. You can send us an email at spindoctorspod@gmail.com if you want to talk to us, or you have any suggestions, or you hate us and want to say some bad shit to us.
Bring it.
Give us a 5-star review on iTunes. That really helps. And share with your friends. Throw it around. This is a call to action. Let's make this podcast huge, and I need your help to do it. Is that desperate enough? That sounded nice and desperate.
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
Perfect. And as always, I have been your host, Rick.
I've been your co-host with the mo-host, Nick.
And this has been the Spin Doctors. Hope you enjoyed your medicine.